ambulance, emergency.
My friend just got punched. For no reason.
Is the patient breathing?
He's breathing very heavily. He's on the floor.
Listen to me, is the patient awake?
He's unconscious right now.
Does he respond to you?
David, can you hear us? No, he can't hear us.
A serious assault during a night out in Norwich city centre has left a 23-year-old man in a critical condition.
What happened was, David just said something, and for some reason, this guy started throwing punches at us. There was two of them.
Can you just give me a description of them?
One of them was white, one of them was black, and then they went away, and then they came back, and David got hit, and I got hit in the head, went down, and I got up, and when I got up, he was on the floor.
At the time being no, okay.
The casualty of the attack is unconscious with a serious head injury.
Are we saying life-threatening, are we, or...?
Yes.
Okay. Update on David's condition in hospital, please. I'm being told that it is potentially life-threatening.
With the victim in hospital fighting for his life, the investigators, led by Detective Sergeant Lee Mariner, need to identify the two violent attackers.
Okay, all right, good morning everyone. In the early hours of Saturday, our victim was visiting Norwich with three friends. About 2:10, they were waiting for a taxi when our victim said to two males walking past, "Hello." One of our suspects took umbrage with that and grabbed him round the neck, dragged him round the corner. Our victim's friends then intervened. Our suspects then set upon our victims, punching a number of them in the head. Our suspects essentially won the fight and walked away from the scene. Our victim group then goes around the corner and our two suspects return. At this point, they set about the victim, who's the smallest in his group, and he is punched to the ground, and witnesses describe him losing consciousness before he hits the ground and striking the back of his head on the pavement. He was described as laying with his tongue going down the back of his throat. The latest update, he has been non-responsive and on a ventilator on life support with serious brain injuries and brain damage. The CCTV you have doesn't give us a clear shot of the suspects' faces. And we don't have any CCTV showing the final punch that landed David unconscious. Because obviously we've got to find an alternative angle. We've got to identify the suspects described by witnesses as two lads in their late teens or early 20s. One of them was white, had short hair, and the other one was a black lad with a short afro haircut. Can we just all be mindful of continuity if this does turn into a murder investigation? Any questions? Marvellous. All right then. David is a normal lad. He's 22 years old. He studied in Norwich. He's a physiotherapist now. He's got a good career. And what's he done? He's come to visit our city, to visit his friends, visit his girlfriend, and he's ended up with permanent life-changing injuries.
The CCTV of both assaults on the victim group is vital evidence, but it doesn't identify which suspect threw the catastrophic punch.
What you got to show me, Andy?
Just some of the CCTV from the other night.
Whilst the team continue the search for clearer images of the attack, Detective Andy Mackay is tracking the movements of the victim in the hours before the assault.
We've got the victim group walking through the city centre and they go to a pub.
So it looks like they're just like a regular group of lads enjoying a night out.
Yeah, we've got footage of them drinking at a pub. Appears that they have a good time. They took a video whilst they were in there. Let's have a look. This is the victim. Effectively what we are watching are the last moments of his life as it was then.
Where do they go after the pub?
So they walked through the city centre, stop at a newsagent's and buy some alcohol. They then walk down Prince Wales Road and are stopped by police. So they're spoken to by officers and asked to pour away their alcohol.
You're not allowed to drink alcohol and...
It's been a thing for about 30 years.
We see on the body worn our victim, David, having a laugh and a smile with the officers as they do so. No issues from any of them. They do as they're told sort of pretty much immediately and then continue on their way.
Right, have a good evening, gents.
I mean, the fact that they're just so compliant with the police just shows what they're really like, doesn't it?
Yes, they walk up Rose Lane and wait for a taxi at the assault location. And about 20 minutes after that, our victim's knocked unconscious and suspects run off.
And that's where the trail runs cold, yeah?
Yeah, when you piece everything together and the more you view, the more you sort of feel horrendous about what's happened.
Yeah, it's truly horrific.
With no sign of the suspects, it appears that the victim's first encounter with his attacker was just moments before the horrific blow was struck.
Can we check the cameras surrounding the assault location to see if we can track them when they leave?
It's a pain that it's grainy.
Can you try back onto Prince Wales Road? Look, that's our suspects there.
Oh yeah, here they are. So that's them leaving.
We can't see any faces. How unlucky are we?
That's pain, so that's gone. We've then got CCTV from the council. Where is it? There we go.
Stop it there. That's our suspects there. I'm sure it is. That's as witnesses describe them, look.
This is minutes after the assault, and they're probably 50 to 100 metres away from the scene. Them smiling there just demonstrates their sort of demeanour in the immediate minutes after them knocking someone out.
Don't seem that bothered about what they've done. There's serious lack of remorse there, isn't there? All right. Thank you, Andy. Good work.
No worries.
With clear images of the two suspects, the team need to identify them quickly. So Detective Andy Mackay circulates the images around officers on duty the night of the assault.
Go on, Andy.
It's not long before there's a possible hit.
Right, so this is body worn from one of the public order officers last night. She arrested this chap here.
Every fucking time.
Listen.
Every fucking time, man.
It's 3:47 and I'm arresting you for drug and disorder. You do not have to say anything but make harm expense if you do not mention one question. Something
Why is it me every time, bro?
These two chaps here are suspect 1 and suspect 2, and this is them post-scene. If you have a look here, suspect 1, who's the IC3 male, has got very, very distinctive clothing on. So you can see he's got the North Face. If I play that for you, Craig.
I've explained myself. I'm not going to go over it again, okay? I've spoken to you a couple of times.
Why me? Every
They've just unzipped his jacket there, but you can still see the North Face logo. I haven't seen his shoes in this clip, but I believe that is the same male that's fled from the scene of the assault.
Okay, so the officer that has arrested him for drunk and disorderly has seen this still and believed the two to be the same.
Yeah, this chap who's called Achilles Lawrence Gate.
I've got you on me. Why?
No, I've explained myself. I'm not going to go over it again, okay? I've spoken to you a couple of times.
Why me? You get stopped from
Achilles Lawrence Gatey is their suspect number 1.
Why me? Why me? You're gonna waste your own time taking me to the Nick. You're wasting your own fucking time, man.
And you can see from his demeanour, he's clearly irate.
Yeah.
He's angry.
You don't have no fucking 2 ways of thinking about nothing.
Yeah, it's interesting footage, in fairness, isn't it?
So Achilles, this is his second arrest. He was alleged to have kicked the kebab shop. No further action was taken. He's got no previous convictions for violence. But then again, to get involved in an altercation like this and go too far, you don't have to be.
You've got to look at it from our perspective as well. Do you know what I mean? Oi!
He must be with someone.
Right, I'll get the other footage up of officers on that road.
I've not done nothing wrong.
So this is Sergeant Walker talking to the other bloke who was stopped.
And this is just up the road from where
Yeah, so Achilles is just behind us now.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, I'm not the instigator. He's not the instigator. He's just trying to get home like me. We're innocent.
So these two have been together throughout the night?
Yeah.
So it's not an unfair link to suggest that if this chap Achilles is involved in our assault, then his friend is also involved.
If you look at him compared to our second suspect, he's got that emblem on his jacket. So does our chap over here.
The same male.
Similar haircut, facial hair.
So ultimately we're going to have to ID him completely, find out where he lives.
Get him nicked.
And get him lifted.
Yeah.
A search on the National Police database has identified a match for their second suspect.
Okay, Craig, can we just have a quick chat? So, Craig, I need you to go and arrest our second suspect.
Okay.
Necessity for the arrest is to prevent further harm to others, prevent further injuries to others, and to recover property in relation to the investigation, and obviously his phone.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, no problem.
His phone could have had evidence of the incident. He could have messaged people, could have taken photos, he could have been celebrating, he could have been posting stuff live on social media.
DC Weir goes to arrest the second suspect at an address he is linked to.
GBH is a really serious offence, and it's not something we arrest people for lightly. He is involved in a really serious assault on someone that is currently laying in hospital in a coma.
The second suspect is arrested, but there's no sign of his phone.
My officers turned up at his address to arrest him, and a family member called him to come back. By the time he got home, he didn't have a mobile on him anymore. He's either been messaging people or people have been messaging him. This is all conjecture. I don't know this, but I should imagine there's evidence in relation to the offence. That's why he's got rid of it.
The clock is ticking. Detectives have just 24 hours to charge or release both suspects. But missing crucial phone and CCTV evidence means the role of each suspect in the attack is not clear.
At the moment, we don't really have any evidence. We don't have the actual main punches into David on CCTV. What I really want them to do is get our defendants to talk. They'll probably be advised to go no comment. That's their legal right. But I want my DCs to hammer home how serious this is, and hopefully get them to talk, give us something.
Suspect number 1, Achilles Lawrence Gatey, is the first to be interviewed. After initially being brought in on a drunk and disorderly charge, he has since been rearrested for the much more serious charge of GBH.
If Achilles doesn't talk, it puts us in a weaker position, I think, and there is that possibility that they both could walk from custody tonight.
This interview is being conducted in interview room 4 at Wyndham Police Investigation Centre. What's your full name, please?
Achilles Lawrence Gatey.
Thank you. So, Archie, I'm calling you Archie because you asked me to.
Yeah, please.
You're here today because you've been identified from CCTV footage to have been involved in an incident which has resulted in a male sustaining injuries to his head, and at the time of this interview he's currently in an induced coma with what we suspect to be a bleed on the brain.
I didn't expect it to be this serious.
What didn't you expect to be this serious?
I didn't expect for me to come in and be further arrested for GBH. I thought I was here on a drunk and disorderly.
So can you please tell me everything you know about what happened during that incident, please?
What incident? Like, what do you mean?
We have CCTV of you and less than a minute after this assault took place.
But it's all a blur, man.
So what we know from the CCTV that we've obtained is that you throw a number of punches. Did you punch them at that point?
Yeah, I was hit first. Okay. I punched him in an act of self-defense.
Can you remember what hand he used to punch you?
Both hands.
He used both hands?
Not literally like that, but like 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, right, okay.
I've been punched twice, once in the throat, like clean in the throat, my throat still hurts.
Yeah.
And once in my jaw. But my jaw's doesn't hurt as much now.
Okay.
I felt that if I hadn't attempted to defend myself, I could have been injured further.
All right, so why in the footage, less than 60 seconds later, do you and your friend go back to that group and another encounter takes place?
Look, What it is, mate, is I've never done this before, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm shitting myself. Right, so what I'm struggling with is remembering going back, okay?
Yep.
So when you said that we've gone back less than 60 seconds later,
yeah.
That's you're not referring to the second incident, are you?
We are.
Where these two boys have ended up on the floor?
Yep.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Really?
Because directly after this, the chap that's received the head injury has gone straight to hospital. And you have walked away, because I can see you and your friend walk away. Why come back? Because by coming back, I draw the assumption that you've gone back to have another fight. Is that the case? Or am I wrong?
I'm just struggling to piece it all together. Do you know, everything was so fast and it was a blur. Do you know what I mean? I'm struggling. It was a blur, man.
During the second incident, a minute later when you go back, did you punch anyone?
No.
You didn't. So your opportunity, Archie, is a really serious investigation. If it wasn't you that delivered these punches and it was someone else, it's important you tell us.
I love you, man.
Achilles has put himself and his friend at the scene when I interviewed him. He's claiming self-defense from his perspective, but it's our job to disprove that and to prove the fact that he went out with the intention to cause trouble that night.
You want to start walking down that way? Yep. Go on.
Next, it's the second suspect in the interview room.
So, I'm just going to caution you, alright? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later allow in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
Yep.
An assault which took place on St. Vidas Street. A male has received injuries to his head. He's currently in an induced coma with at least one bleed on the brain. Can you tell me absolutely everything you know about that incident, please?
No comment.
Tell me about the fight that took place.
No comment.
Did you throw any punches?
No comment.
Why did you punch someone?
No comment.
Did you punch one person in particular?
No comment.
Was it your intention to hurt them?
No comment.
Did Achilles Lawrence Gate punch him?
No comment.
Prior to your arrest, and I spoke to you on the phone, when you came back to your home address and you didn't have your mobile phone on you, where is that phone?
No comment.
Did you discard that phone because you know it holds evidence in relation to this assault?
No comment.
If police find that phone, are we going to find any text message or communication from you about what happened?
No comment.
So we've just interviewed. He answered no comment to all of my questions, and potentially he's trying to find out what evidence we have.
This leaves police no closer to establishing which man attacked the main victim.
With the CCTV that we have so far, it doesn't show who threw the punch that caused David to fall to the floor. But we need to do as much as we can to try and convince the jury that it's these two men that are responsible for David being in hospital.
With only hours to go before the suspects need to be released, detectives are still lacking clearer CCTV of the attack. Detective Sergeant Lee Mariner is heading to the area where the assault took place in search of the final piece of the jigsaw.
I want to have a quick look down Prince of Wales Road, have a look at the scene at night and see what potential CCTV we've got. Well, here we are. This is where our 4 victims are standing here waiting for a taxi, and they get approached by our 2 suspects who walk from that direction, get captured on the CCTV. They walk down here, and David's 3 friends describe him as saying hello, and that's when witnesses say that Lawrence Gate gets him in a headlock and drags him around here, and that's when punches start to be thrown. and we see an altercation spill out onto the road here on the CCTV camera about 60, 70 metres that way. David and his friends appear to walk off this way. Our two suspects walk up there. About 2 minutes later, we've got CCTV of them walking back in this direction with Achilles in front. And then the next thing we see from that camera further up there is David fall back here and his head go back onto the pavement. Where the punch was thrown is slightly off camera. Now, if I'm here, I'm caught on CCTV. If I step here, where David struck, it's in a blind spot. It's about a 2 metre blind spot in there where we do not see the actual blows go in. There's a city centre CCTV camera just there, which, if it had been facing the right direction, it would have been perfect. It would have caught the whole incident, but unfortunately it's facing in that direction. It doesn't turn to face the scene until after police arrive and David's being treated on the ground. If we'd have got that evidence would have been excellent for us, and it would have captured the whole thing, and we could show exactly who punched who, when and how.
As DS Mariner surveys the surrounding buildings for cameras.
The building at Greyfriars with the CCTV up here. We've got the Union building.
He spots one the detectives haven't yet seen.
There's a camera on the Travelodge, so I'll get my team to come down and seize the footage from that, and we'll review that and see where it takes us.
Was it Achilles Lawrence Gatey, or the second suspect that dealt the potentially fatal blow? The stakes are high for everyone involved.
He could die. He is in a critical condition, and the latest update is we don't know if he's going to make it for the next 48 hours, so this could end up being a murder investigation.
Detectives are running out of time to hold their two suspects. One of them is believed to have delivered a catastrophic punch that's left a 22-year-old man in a coma. Officers are trawling through CCTV footage for evidence of what happened. They've just found one camera they hope will provide a breakthrough in the case.
Lee went down to the scene and he's found this camera on the Travelodge. So this is kind of our last shot at capturing punches.
It's very grainy, isn't it?
It is very grainy. You can see them up in the top corner. They go
see
up.
some feet there, don't
So
you?
this is just after the first little altercation. They then come back a couple of minutes later, and that's when David's punched.
Seemingly where this punch has been thrown is not covered with a CCTV camera.
No.
I think it's frustrating. If we did have that footage,
yeah,
we would have had a greater prospect of conviction.
Yeah. We'll have to build up evidence another way.
We've exhausted all our options in terms of obtaining CCTV of who threw that punch. I think we'll change direction. What we now want to show is that both these suspects had the intent to hurt someone that night.
Vital evidence could be hidden in the second suspect's phone, but the detectives have been unable to locate it.
So I've now got the phone data here. Come back and it shows us where the last hit was for that phone. It comes off a mast at the Sweet Briar Industrial Estate, heading back towards the river, and that's where it goes off at 5 o'clock that day. So he gets nicked, I think, about 3:30. So I think he's thrown his phone either in the river or the marshland.
It's a major setback for the investigation. But just a few hours later,
Craig?
Yeah.
Can you come over here, please?
new CCTV footage, captured an hour after the attack, lands on PC Jodie Cameron's desk.
I just want you to view this.
What is it?
So these are our suspects at 20 to 4 on the 19th. So this is after their night out. They've got kebabs.
That's where the assault happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly where David fell. What's he doing? Are they reenacting what's happened? They are, look.
Yeah.
That's absolutely shocking.
Yep. There we go.
There's a lad lying in hospital in a coma with potential brain damage, and they're having a laugh, reenacting what happened. That's horrendous.
It's disgusting. I couldn't believe that when I first saw it. They're celebrating it. They're thinking that they've done a good thing. They're laughing about it.
They are. I suppose from our perspective, evidentially, all it shows is that they've gone back to the street afterwards, and although shocking and horrendous in nature, it doesn't prove who punched David.
No.
it doesn't prove what caused him to fall to the floor and sustain the injury that's put him in hospital. I'm considering what a defence barrister might say. He might make the argument that they are simply drunk lads who return to mess around.
I'm aware they're defence lawyers and they are trying to pick holes in the evidence, and that's why, as a detective, you have to think as a defence barrister. You have to think what holes there are in the evidence, and we have to rebut any defences they come up with. And that's just part of the game between us and them.
After drawing a blank with the second suspect's missing phone, which could have contained vital clues, the team has just received a significant boost from evidence found on suspect number 1, Achilles Lawrence Gatey's seized phone.
Craig?
Yeah.
Forensics are back from the phones. Can you come and have a look, please?
Yeah. When did they come back?
Literally just now. I've had a look at the messages. This one is particularly interesting.
Who's he texting? Is that his?
Maybe a potential girlfriend, yeah. She's texted him, be careful.
All right, okay.
To which then he has responded saying, we killing people.
So what's that, 20 minutes after David
Yeah.
has been assaulted and has been knocked unconscious, Achilles is sending a text message saying, we killing people.
And then she replies saying, no, you're not. And he responds saying, yes.
I don't know about you, but I've never sent a message to someone saying, we killing people.
And that, to me, makes me feel like he knows that he's caused someone serious harm and is quite a significant injury.
I think it definitely shows his mindset, that he was aware of his actions and that potentially he went out with the intent of harming someone.
Absolutely.
That's really important evidence for us.
Time on the custody clock is almost up. The detectives have one more chance to confront the suspects in interview, or let them go.
So we now have more evidence. We've examined Achilles' phone and we know he was texting people after the assault saying, we killing people. We also have CCTV footage of both suspects going back to the scene, reenacting what happened. Both suspects don't know that we have this evidence. So it could mean when we re-interview Achilles that he shuts down and he answers no comment.
You know you was doing it. You know you was doing it as well, bro.
If you fucking do that, shut up. Since your interview yesterday, obviously, officers, we've got someone with a very serious injury, and officers have been working tirelessly, really, to get to the bottom of exactly what's happened. For you to be involved in an incident of this nature, had something gone on? Was there something gone wrong that day?
No.
Were you looking for trouble?
No comment.
Was there any pre-plan to this night? Had you planned to go out and get involved in trouble?
No comment.
We have this text message. We killing people. This is why I asked what your intention was. Why would you say that to somebody?
No comment.
Does that text mean that you were trying to kill someone?
That's
No comment.
what I'm going to do now is go through the CCTV we've got of you going back to the area where the incident had just happened. What made you go back there?
No comment.
Was it to see if you'd got away with it?
No comment.
Did you go back and role play this chap falling and coming unconscious because it was funny?
No comment.
Why would you go back and reenact what happened?
No comment.
Do you find it funny or comical that this fella has been hurt so bad that he's in the hospital?
The CCTV footage does show you started throwing, there was some pushing and shoving and you started throwing punches. When you went back to that group, were you angry?
No comment.
Were you upset because perhaps you'd been assaulted by them?
No comment.
Did you want to do them serious harm?
No comment.
Was that your intention?
No comment.
Did you show any images at all regarding the second part of the incident? Images that refer to incident?
Yeah, you will do. What you can see from that footage
Yes.
is the chap who's in the hospital fall to the floor.
And do you see, presumably you can't see the facial features of who put him to the floor, but can you see the clothing of the person that put him to the floor?
No.
So that's not only. All right, shall we have a chat then?
Yes, please.
If we could suspend.
Of course you can.
So we've just finished our second interviews with Achilles. He answered no comment, and they now know the strength of our evidence, more importantly the strength of the CCTV evidence. And the lawyer for Achilles picked some holes in the CCTV evidence because he now knows that we don't have that final punch or that final assault on camera. So it's in the balance now, and it's in the hands of the CPS as to whether or not we will get a charge and start that process of getting justice for David and his family.
After an anxious few hours, the CPS says both men can be charged with GBH against the main victim, plus a number of other assaults against the victim's friends.
They were charged with Section 18 GBH. The courts decided that they would be released on bail with electronic curfew. It was disappointing for us that they were released on bail. We tried everything we could to get them remanded because this is obviously, a serious assault.
If you just get involved in a fight and walk away, that's one thing. But if you return a second time, like they did, you only have 1 in 10, and that's to cause some serious harm. You can't pull out a self-defence defence, especially when you then go and hit someone with such force that knocks them immediately unconscious and they hit their head on the back of the pavement. I know there are evidential difficulties. I know the actual main final assault isn't technically captured on CCTV, but it's my job to find the evidence.
The detectives are sifting through unseen body-worn footage and CCTV from the night of the assault. And it suggests Achilles Lawrence Gatey in particular went out that night looking for trouble.
So it's Achilles outside the kebab shop, which is some dispute over how much they've had to pay for a kebab. Just listen to this.
The civil matter. We should have to smash the fucking idiot up anyway.
Oi.
Listen, you're not going over there. I've told you. Listen.
I've done it last week, I'll do it again this week.
So he's made threats to smash up the kebab shop there.
In front of a police
In front
officer.
of the police.
I hope that you might know a little bit about some door staff that may have also been assaulted. Great, thank you. Bye.
Detective Rob Whiting is investigating another assault, which puts Achilles Lawrence Gatey in the frame.
We're heading to a venue called Cube. It's a venue that we know that the suspects went into. One of the managers said he was assaulted on the night in question, so we're going to get some CCTV.
If they can prove Achilles Lawrence Gatey was involved in this second assault, it could cast doubt on his claims of self-defence.
Okay, let's have a look at that footage.
The lad in question is this chap here with the hood up.
Yeah, okay.
The man with the hood looks distinctly like Achilles Lawrence Gatey.
He then grabs hold of his t-shirt and just rips his t-shirt a little bit.
And then he's just throwing the chips.
Perfect. That'll do me for an assault there.
This new evidence gives the detectives a fresh perspective of what Achilles Lawrence Gatey is capable of.
I've got a USB.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What they've done, they've gone down there,
St
John Street, down that alleyway, through there, crossed on a Greyfriars. Unfortunately, those cameras aren't, so we need that footage.
They've got a camera there, just in that corner of that building.
The team have painstakingly tracked the suspect's movements across the night in question.
Between midnight and 4 a.m, we've only got them on CCTV. Well, we know where they are for Bar and Beyond. We know they're at the kebab shop. We know they're dancing in the street. We know they're at Rose Lane.
Yes.
Okay, but they're very fleeting.
And they've discovered the suspects entered a nightclub just minutes after the assault took place.
We know that they're in Truth.
Do they actually go in though?
Yeah. This is key because it's sort of the immediate post-incident, and we've got them going into a nightclub before the ambulance even arrives. So like 20 seconds after they enter Truth, you can see the ambulance blue light to the scene where the victim's unconscious.
Could CCTV from the nightclub contain something that tips the scales in the detective's favour? Detective Rob Whiting is collecting more CCTV from a nightclub that the suspects visited just minutes after the attack.
Hello, it's PC Rob Whiting. I'm outside if you're about. Cheers. Great. Thank you ever so much. All the best. Cheers. I've got the footage. Truth. Should we play it? Yeah, that's the one. Here he comes. He comes in through those doors and it's a great big smile.
Oh, really? Which one?
Gates.
Who was he?
Not 10 minutes after the assault?
Yeah. And then I think the ambulance blue lights like 20 seconds after they go in. So this is suspects at the bar post-assault. Gate is mimicking what appears to be being unconscious and someone being asleep. And then they're dancing, hugging, laughing, which is, doesn't sit well with me watching that after seeing footage of them just knocking someone out and also now knowing how significant those injuries are.
Unbelievable.
The club's CCTV also captures the suspects as they go to leave. It appears Achilles Lawrence Gatey can't find his cloakroom ticket to retrieve his jacket.
The receptionist there, she says he's so loud I can hear him shouting. They're explaining the policy, and at this point the receptionist has spotted the ticket and she hands Gates the ticket. Gates goes to the receptionist. She says there was no need to be so rude. To that he replies, "You were a rude bitch. If you were a male, I'd smack the shit out of you."
Armed with their new evidence, Achilles Lawrence Gatey is called in again for questioning. Detectives Jodie Cameron and Max Fisher will be interviewing him.
I think we're just about there with all the questions and whatnot, aren't we? Are you happy with everything?
Yeah.
Happy days?
All right, there'll be a long beat and then we'll begin. So you are not under arrest today. You've come here voluntarily and you are free to leave at any time. This footage I'm about to show you is outside the rear exit of Cube. So it's been alleged that on Saturday 19th of March at 3:30 in the morning, you punched the doorman of Cube to the side of the head. Can you tell me about this? Can you tell me why you threw your chips all over him?
No comment.
Did he do something to you?
No comment.
Did he do something to you and you retaliated?
No comment.
Were you particularly angry?
Excuse me, sorry. No comment. Sorry.
Did you assault anyone in that group by punching?
No comment.
Did you use any violence?
No comment.
Why did you use violence?
No comment.
Were you drunk and can't remember?
No comment.
This is exhibit RW7. So this is Inside Truth. We believe this to be you. Is that you?
No comment.
The victim states she told you to stop being rude because you lost your ticket. You replied, "Next time, don't be such a bitch. If you were a bloke, I would smack the shit out of you." Do you have anything to say about that, Archie?
No comment.
Do you have anything else to say on this common assault?
No comment.
So in interview, he went no comment throughout, yeah?
Right.
No comment throughout. I think it's outside of the back of Cube,
Yeah.
because you can really see he throws the chips
Yeah.
and then he gets into people's faces. I think that surprised him that we had that.
Oh, really?
I think especially Gabe was getting a bit head down, not really eye contact with me, because I think that is, you've just involved and started that for no reason whatsoever, and you've just started it back up again.
The case is out of the detectives' hands, with both men placed at the scene and Achilles Lawrence Gatey claiming self-defence. It's now up to a jury to decide who did what on the night.
But I've got no doubt in my mind that their intention was to cause trouble, get involved in violence that night. I think we've got a very good case for court, and I'm reasonably confident that we'll get a conviction out of this.